Yeah, welcome to the Weege Show. I am wearing a mask. Some things have changed since the last time we did one of these. Now I'm at an airport. I haven't been to a race in what will be 11 weekends and 85 days since the Daytona Supercross, and I actually drove there and drove to Atlanta, so I haven't been to an airport since the Dallas Supercross. Can you even talk with these things on without exposing your nose? And if I do that, am I violating the rules? Airports have changed quite a bit. First, I gotta wear this. This place is dead. This is my home airport in Charlotte, North Carolina. It looks like it's about 10% of the normal capacity. I don't know if you can hear me through this, so I'll just do this, and I'm in a secluded area where hopefully no one calls me out. I just hope I don't make my GoPro here sick. I'll take you through the whole process. We are on our way to Salt Lake City. I will get tested tomorrow. That sounds real fun. And then we will have a race, conceivably on Sunday, if all works out. So follow the travels here as we finally get back to racing. It's 85 days, but I think there's a mathematical formula here that says if it's a huge unscheduled break in racing, you multiply that times 10, because it feels like 850 days. Well, here we are. It's COVID time, COVID testing time. This should be quite enjoyable. Stay tuned. Well, we'll see.
Hey, you ever had this done before?
No.
This is the COVID party, man. We're not giving it out. We're just testing for it.
Okay, I like it.
Should be all right.
Okay, not giving it out.
You see the people crying on TV?
Yeah.
Getting the test? Yeah, they're just being babies about it.
Okay, so if I'm a man about this, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, well, a man about it, or just less of a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen some big kids that don't cry. They try to punch me, but
okay.
That's why we leave you in the car. You're kind of locked in.
Yeah, I see. That's why it's drive up. That's why.
That's exactly it. You mind putting it in park?
Yeah.
All right.
I won't hit you.
That keeps you from jumping and shooting across
Just
the thing and then having this jam down your throat. So,
okay, then we might really have an issue.
yeah, exactly. Then it'll be a lot more than a COVID swab. All right, my friend, just tilt your head back for me. We're just going to slide this in there awkwardly into the brain.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, kind of weird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it's tickling the back of the eyeballs. The only reason that it feels that way is because it's tickling the back of the eyeballs.
Oh,
so,
fair.
Yeah, so we leave that in for just a few seconds. We're going to give it a little bit of a twist. All right, awkward twist.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a few more seconds, we're just going to pull the thing out. And in 3, 2, 1, coming out.
Woo!
See, you did great.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
But not like a baby.
A little bit of tears.
Crying
yeah,
like an
not
adult.
a baby.
Yes.
Everybody kind of cries a little bit. It's my job. I make grown people cry.
Okay, you're like a psychiatrist.
Exactly. You are good to go.
That's the whole thing?
That's the whole thing.
I'm glad I cried, because it would have been anticlimactic if I didn't get something out of it.
I would have felt bad about myself.
Right. All right, we did it.
All right, have a good day.
So you folks call me? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so the lab should contact you within, I believe it's 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
And if you're with the motocross event, they're supposed to send a list to, I think, the coordinator.
Oh, okay.
So that way they can have you guys all checked off.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Have a good day.
Yeah, so how did it feel? Yeah, it was legit. It felt really weird and gross, I'm not gonna lie. And then just to back that up, that it wasn't just me being a sissy, my left eye completely started watering, which means there was an actual physical response, not just some weird emotional trauma of the fear of that thing being shoved up there. But you saw that the whole thing took about 15 seconds. Really no big deal. So the real time element is the 48 hours that you have to have between now and the race. See that semi right there? They are preparing. I believe there's a track set up inside that building, but I'm not allowed to go over there until they call me and say I don't have COVID-19. Allow me to wipe away the tears here after that COVID test. Welcome to my office. This is my hotel here in Salt Lake. I'm gonna be here for at least 8 days. That's what it takes to cover the first 2 races. Maybe I'll stay more. I don't really know. Because this whole thing is so unknown. With social distancing taking place at the track, I don't even know how many people I'm gonna be able to talk to when I'm there. And as a journalist, that's essentially your job, to talk to people. In between races, there aren't really rules though. So we might actually have more media opportunities than ever before. I don't know. I'll just give you an idea of where we are right now. This is just standard fare. This is my awesome desk, which is, we're working on the RacerX online website right now. I just had a burrito and an apple and some water for lunch. And yeah, I'm not gonna spend, even though it's RacerX's travel money, I'm not gonna spend money going to restaurants 3 to 4 times a day. So I just went grocery shopping. That's what I do. And there's Gary Herbert. That is the governor of Utah giving a press conference right now. It is true if you see people at the races, by the way, that they're going to be wearing face coverings and they're going to be practicing social distancing. Now, I know that because we're Americans and we have to argue about everything, that's become a very controversial topic. But it's not actually controversial in the racing sense because we don't have a choice. You either wear the masks and social distance or you do not race. And everyone in this industry has been pretty clear they want to race. We really haven't heard much dissension. And I've talked to people from both Feld's side and the team side, and they were all genuinely surprised. It's hard to get 100% consensus on anything, but I believe it shows you just how badly everyone wanted to get back to racing. There have been very few hiccups as far as riders or teams saying, man, I don't either like these rules or even with the rules in place, I don't feel safe. Everyone's on board with racing. So really to get these events done, it just came down to what rules do we need to go put into place, and everyone was willing to do it. You've probably seen the cavalcade of riders getting COVID tested Thursday morning here or Wednesday afternoon. It's not fun, but everyone's willing to do it because they want to get back to work. It's pretty dead here at the hotel. This is one of 4 hotels that Feld has designated as a race hotel. They did get us a nice discount on rooms, so that's good for privateers or people who aren't going to maybe buy an Airbnb or have a motorhome to stay in. I'd say it's probably about half as expensive as it should be on a normal night. I'm sure the hotel's happy to get business, so I'm sure it wasn't too hard to cut a nice deal. But here's the key. Look at this. That's a restaurant way over there at the top. That's closed. And this lobby, yeah, there's nothing going on. That's been the theme of this trip. I've never seen an airport so empty. I've never seen a hotel lobby so empty. There are restaurants that I believe in this state they are starting to open, but there's not a lot of activity going on. Now, it's okay being in Utah because this is a state that is a haven for mountain biking and a lot of activities like that. So we're gonna have fun while we social distance on the days between races. Mathis is bringing his e-bikes, and hopefully he'll cut me a deal on what he plans on doing, which is renting those out. Everyone is trying to make the most of it because when everyone found out what it was like to not have races, and let's be honest, that also means not have checks that come from competing in races, everyone realized whatever small sacrifices in the grand scheme we need to make to be able to come out here and do this is worth doing. And my final proof is this. Yes, people are going to wear masks, and yes, maybe you can't go out to dinner every night with your buddies, and yes, we can't go from truck to truck and have conversations and be social in the pits like we're used to doing. But I was reading Jason Thomas's staging area column that he sent and put on the website today, and here's really the key. Look at the track map. That's the way the track map looks every week. And I know there won't be fans in the stands here in Utah, but when we look at these track maps and we plan the races and we think about who's going to win, we never look at the fact that they don't put fans in the stands on these blueprints. We only look at this, and that looks like Supercross. It looks exactly like Supercross as it normally is. And they won't be wearing masks on the track, and they won't be staying 6 feet apart on the track. It's gonna be real Supercross racing starting Sunday, and that's the best news of all.